Hello everyone, Carl here from Games, Brains, Bang Life. Happy Sunday, happy lockdown Sunday. Day 12 of this list. We're still plugging away as hopefully you are out there. Keep safe, keep well, and most importantly, stay inside. This weekend it seems like a small minority of people in our country have decided that sunshine warrants going outside regardless of what is going on, and it is very disappointing. It really, really is. I can't speak for everyone in regards to why, as to why people would choose to do that, if it's willful ignorance or it's generally just not, or disbelieving that the issues surrounding the country aren't as big as they seem. However, thousands of people have died already. We should be paying attention to that. Protect the NHS, protect each other, protect everyone simply by staying at home. I wish I could do that. However, I have to go to work, just like many, many others, because of what my job falls into. So it can be very frustrating to sort of sit there, go into work, drive to work, and see that people are just out enjoying picnics and barbecues and walks in the park and stuff like that, and pretending that that counts as their daily exercise that you're allowed to do according to government. Basically, don't force their hand. Don't force their hand. They'll end up just making it harder, and this will drag on for longer. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to be able to sit here and go, this is the last day of the lockdown list, because come tomorrow or the upcoming week, we're going to start relaxing. We're going to be able to go out more. We're going to be able to move on from the current times, because we'll have beaten this. And we will get there, but it's going to take a whole lot longer if you cannot stay indoors because of a bit of sunshine. So please stay home, put on a streaming service, watch some horror. We have another recommendation for you. This one comes from Amazon Prime. You will need a Prime account for that. However, as we've said many times in these videos, well worth it. It is a sinkhole of horror. So much crap, so much quality, so much content to get through. And the movie that we're going to is called Hello Mary Lou, Prom Night 2, or Prom Night 2, Hello Mary Lou. It's stylized two different ways, and it was released in 1987. Now, do not let the title put you off. Prom Night 2. Now, do not let the name put you off. This is a sequel in name alone. The original Prom Night was a 80s slasher movie that had Jamie Lee Curtis in it, and this is a standalone movie. The only thing it shares in common with that movie is a prom setting. Beyond that, it couldn't be more different, going down the route of supernatural, possession, zombies, so to speak. It is not a sequel to Prom Night. It is just called Prom Night 2 because they obviously wanted to try and cash in the popularity of Prom Night, which I don't actually think was that popular anyway, but you're better off just rolling with the Hello Mary Lou, because that's the lead character. And it's her that opens our movie, Mary Lou Maloney, who's basically, it's set in 1950s, and she's a bit of a badass, a very modern woman in that she's happy to go out and fuck, drink, smoke, not wanting to be like the perfect girlfriend for her boyfriend, sitting at home and so on. And we see all this as she attends confession with a priest, where she reveals her sins, but also reveals how much she loves sinning, basically, doing all the things that would upset a priest, which it is the case. And then the movie kind of moves to the prom night, where her and her boyfriend have a row. He sees that she's messing around with another boy and decides to get his revenge by pranking her as she's receiving her prom queen crown. But his prank goes wrong, and it ends up igniting her dress and killing her. She burns to death in front of everybody. 30 years later, we're introduced to Vicky, who's a young, demure, very innocent, very unpopular girl at the same school that Mary Lou Maloney was, and her mother's very religious. She wants to attend prom. I know you hear that and you're thinking, Carrie, not quite the case. Although there are vibes to it, it's not quite that. But so desperate to go to the prom, and the fact that her mother won't let her buy a dress, she decides to go check the school prop room to find a dress, and ends up discovering the stuff of Mary Lou, which has been locked away in his prop closet for a very long time. She actually ends up releasing the spirit, the angry and vengeful spirit of Mary Lou, who ends up taking over Vicky's body. And then we get a sort of slow build-up as well to Vicky being overtaken. It's not like it's instantaneous. Her behaviour starts to change. Like a possession, her behaviour starts to change. She becomes more sexualised, more rude to her friends, more into boys, and way more mean, basically. And we get some standout stuff here, really, really do. Some really clever effects, really well done stuff that really holds up by 2020 standards, let alone the 1980s standard at the time. One great scene is where, which is basically the finale of the possession scene, where Vicky is dragged into the chalkboard, which is like a pool of water now. It's well shot in that it looks like it's on the wall, but realistically it's from the top down. And it's fantastic. And then when Mary Lou takes over Vicky, the actress does an amazing job of changing her personality completely. It's so impressive. From the nice, quiet, cute Vicky to this loud, confident, sexualized character. And I keep using the word sexualized because that is a major part of her character when she transforms. If you're after nudity and all that, you'll get plenty of it here. It is not shy on that in the slightest. But it's also not shy on the blood and guts. And you get some incredibly well done violent death scenes. The locker room combines everything that you would expect from horror. Tension, nudity, and a bloody finale. And the whole point of this is basically the story plays out where Mary Lou wants to experience her prom night as it should have been, but through the body of Vicky. However, others get wind, including people who were involved in Mary Lou, her boyfriend and the priest, and see it as an opportunity to end it once and for all and destroy her spirit, leading to the big finale, which I will not spoil for you, at the end of the prom night. And it's incredible. It's really, really good shit. Certainly not what you expect either. So well worth checking out. I really like this movie. It's very of a time. It's very of the period of the 80s. It's got all the stylish qualities of that era, plus the imagination. As I say, calling it Prom Night 2 was pointless. It's a standalone movie. Next to nothing related to the original, except its prom setting. It's got a great cast who do some impressive stuff. Some some 80s stars as well, like Michael Ironside are in it too. Although, you know, it's one of those where it's just an understated role, but still thoroughly enjoyable. It's got fantastic effects, a great finale. Just a really, really fun movie that the whole family can enjoy. Only joking, no, this isn't a family feature. Not with the amount of nudity in it as well. There is, this is full frontal naked women as well as sexual content. Not so much in the way of swearing and some downright violently gory, cringy, gross moments to shock. It is an 80s classic, truth be told. It's certainly one that I want to recommend because I think it's thoroughly enjoyable. It's on Amazon Prime. Make sure you check it out. If you do watch it, let us know what you think in the comments. And stay home. Thank you very much for watching. You can check us out on gbhbl.com as well as on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Tumblr. Go to Patreon to help us out over there. That's patreon.com/gbhbl, as well as Big Cartel, where you can find some of our merchandise. We have a podcast running on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts. And of course, if you like this video, do us a favour, hit the subscribe button and help the channel grow. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?